Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit. Thank you so very much for joining me for our Tuesday night satsang. Tonight is the Mandala of the Five Dakinis, pardon me, part 5. And tonight we are honoring the green Karma Dakini. Oh, pardon me, let me get a little water here. Throat is a little dry, pardon me. And namaste to Kelly for joining us. And anybody else who's tuning in right now, please feel free to say hello using the chat function on the bottom of your screen. So this coming Friday at 7 p.m., we're going to be this will be part 24 of our 64 Yogini series, and we'll be honoring the Yogini goddess Kaveri, who we see on this divination card. 7 p.m., you can join live on YouTube, or you're always welcome to join us at our temple, 1260 South Xavier Street in Denver, Colorado. And then for the next 2 Tuesday satsangs, I'll be sharing with you 2 different sadhanas for the whole mandala, for all 5 of the Dakinis, all 5 forms of the Divine Mother. And again, that'll be 7 p.m. This coming Tuesday and then the following Tuesday. So again, welcome and namaste. And thank you so very much for joining me. So before we go into the satsang, I'd like to begin with a little opening puja. So I invite you to make yourself comfortable. Find a nice, comfortable seated position, whichever way works for you, so that you can just look at your screen with a relaxed gaze. I invite you to breathe deeply and just use this as a time to prepare for the work we're about to do. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Sapadavara Agyam Paticha Hum Sva. We offer water for drinking. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Sapadavara Padyam Praticha Hum Sva. We offer water for washing. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Sapadavara Pushpe Praticha Hum Sva. We offer flowers. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Sapadavara Dupe Praticha Hum Sva. We offer incense. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Sapadavara Aloke Praticha Hum Sva. We offer light. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Sapadavara Navidye Praticha Hum Sva. We offer food. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Sapadavara Gande Praticha Hum Sva. We offer fragrance. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Sapadavara Shabda Praticha Hum Sva. We offer music. Om Mahagurudeva Dakini Sapadavara Puja Praticha Hum Sva. And we offer our devotion. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. So the green Karma Dakini, this will be in the north quarter. Her seed syllable it will be chanting as part of our meditation is Sa, S-A. Her direction is the north. Her symbol is the sword, especially the double-edged sword. She represents the air element. Her color is green. Her obstructed pattern, that is her poison, this is the distorted energy we're going to transform, is envy, ambition, jealousy, or speediness. The wisdom that we are going to be rechanneling that energy is all-encompassing wisdom, and I'll explain a little more what that involves. Her time of day is midnight. Her season is the summer, and of course this is the summer season now. Her landscape is complicated, a windy place. Her shape is of a half circle. People of the Karma Dakini body type are thin, wispy, seen very often in profile, and they're the kind of person who's always moving, always busy, always doing something. And the sense perception is touch, which I think works very well with the air element, because air, when we're here on Earth, touches everything. And of course, to move something, we have to make contact with it. So I'm going to read an excerpt from the Tibetan Buddhist Encyclopedia. The Karma family is the northern part of the constellation, and it is the air, the wind, and movement. It is the culmination of all the other families, which are now ready to manifest into action. And the word karma means action. Its symbolism is the double-edged sword that cuts through emotional instability and false concepts of reality. The sword has the energy to cut through what needs to be done away with, slicing through negativity and other trapped energies and places. The sword penetrates into truth, cutting through delusion and obstacles, destroying what needs to be destroyed. To accomplish things, we need to cut away a lot of dead wood, which drags us down. Another symbol is the double Vajra, a crossed Vajra. So imagine the Vajra, only there's a second one. So one in the vertical, attached to one in the horizontal. A crossed Vajra with 4 prongs symbolizing the 4 karmas, or enlightened activities. And those enlightened activities include pacifying, which is Vajra, first of the outer Dakinis, increasing, or Ratna, the second, magnetizing, Padma, is the third, and subduing is Karma. So they're also the names of the 4 outer Dakinis. The color is green, and the element is air. The chakra is the heart center, signifying movement. Think of air moving through your lungs. Green is also the color of growth, but there is also the green of jealousy. Think of Shakespeare's statement, the green-eyed monster from Othello. Jealousy or envy. The shape is the half circle. The sense is touch, since air touches everything, all around our bodies, and touch implies action. We reach out and act rather than to receive. The architecture of this family is associated with efficiency, being sparsely furnished, allowing for a good organization and free-flowing movement. It would be airy with green plants hanging from the ceiling. There might be a yoga space. Green or black dominates the interior. The time of the year is the summer, when things are most active, with thunderstorms and rainbows. We had a little downpour here in Denver this afternoon. A beautiful rainbow after the rainstorm last night. Everything grows with speed, and destruction is part of creation. The time is midnight, when the day has been accomplished and we turn to new beginnings. There is also a sensation of air at midnight, of movement, and possibility, the possibility of the next day. One thing ends and another begins. The landscape is windy and complex, hard and rocky places. It is also the city where everything moves with speed. The body type is someone who is thin and wispy, more delicate than the Vajra person. The karma person does not settle anywhere, but flitting from place to place, full of nervous energy. They have their hair cut short for ease and practicality, just like their clothes are comfortable and practical. Oh, and namaste to Kim, who just joined us. So the poison or the encumbered pattern. The obstructed emotion is called tadrel, translated as jealousy, but it goes far beyond the jealousy of in a love relationship. It's about comparing oneself to others and envy in keeping up with the Joneses. There is paranoia in the belief that there is an in-group in which you're not part of. You feel excluded and left behind. The obstructed pattern is to keep busy and not to feel your emotions. There's also a sense of avoiding heartbreak by staying free. You sidestep the pain associated with commitment. The busyness stops, and feelings of loneliness and disappointment. There is a constant need to keep frantically organizing everything and everyone. Persons of this type can be impulsive, the risk takers, speeding and pushing forward without looking carefully. Think of the Knight of Swords in the Tarot deck. Control and surveillance are important. The family is linked to defending territory, watching what others are doing, to be sure to keep up with the competition. There is a compulsive work element and a competitive emotional element, which comes from feeling that being isn't enough, only doing, only accomplishment is valuable. There's also the agitated mind that is never still, created by busyness and manifesting as nervousness and emotional reactivity. And there's often the feeling of being overloaded and stressed out with our emotions and just feeling overwhelmed. Because of this, the natural capacity to feel compassion is blocked. This family refers to the all-encompassing wisdom, and this means the ability to skillfully realize activities and to cut through what needs to be cut through or subdued. This wisdom brings into action that which has been realized in the other four families, which is the dynamic, heroic action. You're able to get things done efficiently and be in the flow, which means being there when the wind picks up the sail and not doing things forcibly. So again, going with the flow, like the flow of a wind, flow of water, just moving with the wind. The stress leaves when we realize that there's nowhere to go, no one to compare ourselves to. It has the ability to connect to the flow of energy, to carry out activities, being in the flow. The flow is often accompanied by synchronicity, in which events connect through meaning rather than causality. It implies the wisdom to interpret other events as symbolic of inner events, like a sign. These types of events happen when we trust the flow rather than trying to control everything. So letting things sprout, letting things grow, not trying to pull the sprouts of plants, trying to make them grow taller. You can get more done by allowing space with lots of room to breathe. So this is the karma Dakini and her energies. So today's meditation will be for the transformation of envy, the transformation of busyness for its own sake, the transformation of jealousy, and the transformation of ambition. So again, I invite you to find a comfortable seated position. Find a position, whether you're sitting on your mat with a cushion or in a straight back chair where your back can be straight. Maybe roll the shoulders back so your breath can be full. And I invite you now to just close your eyes and just begin to breathe deeply, slowly, deeply. Letting go of the distractions. Letting go of those things that stand in the way of you being in the present moment. Focusing on your heart center. Focusing on the flow of the breath as it enters and leaves. And now we're going to do 9 breaths of relaxation. So first, I invite you to just tune in with your body and just find a place where there's some tension on a physical level. And we're going to breathe in, hold for a moment, let it go with a sigh, and just let that tension leave with that out breath. So inhale and hold. Letting that tension go. Second deep breath. And a third deep breath. Maybe move the body a little bit and just shake out that tension. And now we're going to do the 3 more deep breaths, this time for tension on the mental level, thinking of maybe what stresses you're experiencing right now and just letting them go. So a nice deep inhale. Just let that stress go. Second inhalation. One more deep inhalation. And now let's do 3 final deep breaths, this time for tension on a spiritual level. Think of those things in your life that are maybe holding you back from realizing and remembering that divine part of yourself. So a nice deep inhale. Second inhale, hold and let go. And a third inhalation. Breathing deeply, keeping your eyes closed, being still. And I invite you to scan your body and feel the energy where envy, jealousy, ambition, or busyness is in your body. Find that place where it inhabits. Could be a winded or a tense sensation in your chest, or it's tension in your shoulder, maybe a compression of the belly, maybe a tightness of the jaw. Just take a moment, scan your body, and find where that energy is residing. And if you don't notice anything, just focus on your heart center. And feel that blocked or encumbered or distorted energy by just imagining a time in your life when you felt this. Feeling jealous, feeling like you're having to compare yourself with others. Remember that time and focus on that energy that it generates. And now begin to, as you focus on that event, intensify that encumbered feeling of envy, jealousy, or speediness, those feelings of competitiveness, so that you can feel them really strongly. And this will give a feeling of the karma family in its blocked state. And now we're going to sound the seed syllable sa slowly and in a low voice. And as you sound it, feel that sound traveling through your whole body. Not something you're sending outside, but sending inside. And as you sound the seed syllable, see your body become permeated with green light and the element of air. Sa. Sa. And let the wind come with the sound and the lights. And now just rest in the wisdom. Take a moment. Feel the sensations of the practice, visualizing yourself filled with the air element and light. You can spend some time repeating the seed syllables slowly and mindfully, silently to yourself, resting after each repetition, resting in the wisdom energy. And then letting go of the seed syllable. Just let yourself rest in a place of stillness and silence, allowing yourself to just simply integrate the work that we've done and the energies that we've generated. Ma, Jai Ma, Sa, Jai Ma. So I invite you now to take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of the meditation and beginning to bring yourself back into your personal space. Hearing the sound of my voice and the tolling of the bell. Feeling the sensation of the floor below you. Feeling the clothes on your skin, the air, the temperature of the air around you. Meowing of the cat. Slowly moving your fingers and your toes, your arms and your legs, hands and feet. And slowly bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Keeping your eyes closed and listening to our final benediction. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Focusing within. And feeling that divine presence within yourself. Giving gratitude. And giving gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice this evening, knowing you can intone that syllable and do this practice again and again anytime you have the need. And then slowly opening your eyes. Namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me. And Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Thank you so very much. Thank you for myself. And thank you from our temple mascot, little Jinx, who's, get the light out of the way. Little Jinx, who is joining us this evening, and including some of the narration. And you're very welcome, Kelly. So again, thank you. I look forward to you joining me on Friday for our continuation of the 64 Yogini series. And as always, I would recommend before resuming your daily activities to just take some time for some personal silence and contemplation before jumping back into things. And maybe realizing you don't need to jump into things quite as speedily as you might have before. And also I invite you to just be open to noticing the subtle changes that doing this sadhana may have done, maybe just handling a situation a little bit differently. So I want to thank Kim and Kelly and anybody else who is joining us live. And I'd also like to thank anyone who will be watching this recording later. And until next time, Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Good night.